going on, guys? This is Bruce Madsen, your host of the show, Metric Scout Fantasy Football, and I'm relaying the news of these free agent signings and how they impact fantasy football one by one. So you're going to see a lot of videos coming out, so hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single episode. But Hunter Henry just signed with the New England Patriots, 3-year deal, and this is very ugly considering they just signed Jonnu Smith. This isn't very ugly offense to begin with. It's very sluggish with Cam Newton on the ball with a very low average at the target. They signed Nelson Aguilar last night. This offense, as the team's trying to make it better, it's just not powerful enough to really fuel us to really want these assets in fantasy. I could have made a case for Jonnu Smith when he was just the Lone Ranger there, but now they got Hunter Henry. It's kind of really hard to take a stab at this offense. Obviously, they're going to be wanting to use 2 tight end sets. Obviously, they're going to be using them both in the passing game. But it's really hard to rely on that when you have them cannibalizing each other. And I'm not liking that for the long term. I'm not liking it for the short term. If they bring in a young quarterback this year via the draft, then I may like it for that quarterback, for him to have those security blankets to throw to. I may like that for that quarterback's development. However, you have Henry, you have Jonnu Smith. They're going to eat away from each other. In the tight end position is very volatile as it is. It's hard to predict week to week who's going to be the TE5 to the TE12. Usually the difference between the TE5 TE12 isn't that much, and the difference between the TE12 and the TE25 isn't really that much from a point standpoint from a weekly basis. I feel like it's best just to stay away as of right now, unless things change, which I don't see it. I am more than willing to step away from Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry unless they're absolutely free. I'm more than likely going to be able to pick one of them up off of waivers in redraft, and in Dynasty they're a lot cheaper now. So long-term things could change. So if you can get either of them for a steep discount, do it. If you can't, if their owner or Dynasty manager is holding them to a similar value to what they were yesterday, no, you don't pay up for that, especially when we're getting these good young tight ends coming in from this year's draft class, Brevin Jordan, Pat Freiermuth, and obviously Kyle Pitts. There's no reason to pay that when you can get those guys, reset the clock, and get a good young talent. And there's other tight ends that you could probably get for cheaper if their Dynasty manager wants to hold on to them at the same price, at the same cost. That doesn't make sense when you know these guys are in an ambiguous situation and they're going to be cannibalizing each other. One of them may reign supreme. One of them may adapt quicker than the other and become fantasy relevant, but we don't know, especially at this point. So if you're not getting them at the discount, step away. Get another tight end. However, redraft, I can see you being able to pull one off waivers. I can see you getting one very cheap because everyone's going to be thinking the same way I am, especially off the top. And a lot of people are down the Patriots offense, obviously, for obvious reasons. Look at the receiving threats there, and then Cam Newton hasn't looked good for a good minute. So it's hard to really rely on this New England Patriots offense for fantasy football production. And that's all I got about this. It's pretty cut and dry. New England Patriots offense is ugly. They picked up 2 tight ends that are really good, but they're going to eat away at each other. The passing volume isn't really going to be there, so it's hard to be reliable on them. And that's it. That's the story to this. But I want to thank you for watching the show. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Ring the bell, get them notifications, and I'll catch you next time.